So I went around the internet looking for the initial reviews, videos, and articles for the Division game when it was first released in 2016. And boy, oh boy, it's a good thing I wasn't listening to reviews or reading articles that season, because if that was the case, I'd never have touched the Division game. In fact, I would have refused to play the game even if I was paid to do so. But somehow, I was able to still buy a used copy, and the rest is history. You see, from all the coverage of the game, if anyone had told you that the Division would have a 3-year run in 2016, you will never have believed it. I mean, the 3-year run was inconsistent. Yes, there were huge surges and dips in the player base at different points in time. But many people were slinging the player base's dwindling talk all over the place. But all through that time, the remaining core player base would still log on, find people to run missions with, and still find players to PvP against in the Dark Zone. People were still playing the game. We were complaining about it, but we were still playing the game. We even had YouTubers up and leave the game, but the game continued to run, even though it ran on fumes. And about a year into the Division's lifespan or so, about a year or maybe a year or two, Destiny 2 was announced, and well, we all know how that went. Even though it was touted to be the Division killer, I still haven't touched my free copy of Destiny 2 that Activision Blizzard gave away on PC. You see, I don't really remember the Division itself being a straight up free game, except for maybe free weekends or it's being free bundled up with something or whatever. It doesn't matter. That's not to say that the Division is more superior than Destiny, but I must say that the Division is a much more resilient game than many other games. And credit to the developers and to its community of leaders and their vision. It took them months of work to finally prove themselves, and still, there are those who are still unsatisfied today because honestly, it's hard to defend a lot of those practices, but at least they were upfront, they were in their community's face, and they were more transparent than many other developing teams. And this brings me to the point that I'm trying to make today. And that point is, don't be quick to write off Anthem. Man, I can't believe I'm gonna defend EA in this video. I almost want to puke. But I'll just have to be consistent in my thinking and avoid mental gymnastics. I'm not saying you should buy Anthem. Heck no. I played the game for a total of about 7 minutes, and I logged out. Even if EA paid me, I'm not going to play it because it's not my type of game. The game and its style is designed for an intended audience, and that audience has embraced the game with all its flaws. My appeal is this. If you are on the fence and wish to engage with Anthem, then do it. You're going to have no regrets because the entire internet has told you almost every single thing wrong with the game. And you don't have to search too much. You're going to find the negative stuff everywhere. If you want, you can also wait for a discount. I mean, with all the noise online right now, it's only a matter of time before you can get Anthem at a deep discount. Perhaps 50% off in like the next 3 weeks even. If you want to wait for more content, you can also wait. But I remember a lot of reviewers for the Division 1 game saying that the Division lacked content. In fact, IGN's review of the Division 1 said that the endgame was actually lacking. The game got a lot of hate. GameRanks, Jake Baldino said, I know this game is getting a lot of hate, but I actually do like the game. And no one paid me to say it. Stop it. In quote. Might not be the complete quote, but if you go listen to the GameRanks before you buy video for the Division 1 game, and you go listen to all the other reviews along the line, listen to Angry Joe who gave the game a 5 out of 10, you would never have believed that the Division game would ever make a turnaround like it did. And so for those who are writing off Anthem right now, even though it pains me to say this, I have to be consistent. I was willing to give the Division a chance because I liked the game. Can we still respect those who want to give Anthem a chance because they like the game? So if you want to buy the game, you know exactly what you're getting into. You see, most of the YouTube channels that are critiquing Anthem started out making videos for games like Destiny and The Division, even when those games were actually disappointing. You see, the original content creators, they loved those games even when they had their flaws. And just like those who love Anthem with all its flaws, I think everyone should get a fair shot and take that shot at the game. I remember playing The Division after reading articles on news sites, crap posts on Reddit, and watching videos mocking the game. I didn't care. I just played the game. And as much as it pains me to defend a single aspect of an EA game because of how they ruined FIFA, I still think we may have rushed to judgment, and it's evident that the developers are now reacting. They brought out the day one patch a few days earlier. They're starting to make changes and make amends, just like Bungie did with Destiny, and just like Massive also did with The Division. The real problem here is this. We have a AAA gaming industry whose sights are set on just the dollars, and they don't care. And the major problem is EA has drawn, because of its practices, an unusual critical eye from today's gaming community. And we have the internet to tell everyone. I mean, I can guarantee you that if this game was developed by Bioware, the same version of Anthem you're having, and was published by any other publisher other than EA or Activision, it will not get this much criticism. But EA is reaping what it has sown. And boy, oh boy, the fruit tastes really bad. The decision lies with the buyer. If you're interested in Anthem because the original heart and vision of Bioware can still be seen around this game, even though you can also see that overarching EA grasp on this game, go ahead and get the game, because you know that most of what Bioware's decisions were in this game will most likely have been influenced by a company that wants to heavily disrupt the market by changing every title to a monetized title. But the market is also disrupting it because the market is spitting it back out at its face. But I want to ask you, if you're interested in Anthem, why? Because honestly, the game looks fun for those who would like it. It looks a lot like other games that have come out, but it also is very different. You can fly around. The flying mechanic, is that what's attracting you? You don't care about the open world, it may be generic. You just love the design of the javelins. You don't care about the loading screens. Are you hesitant because of the negative courage? Don't let your hesitation be based on what anybody else says. You already know everything that's bad about the game. So if you're hanging with the thread of hope, even still knowing all of this, that the game will get better, I would say you're already sold. And honestly, I can't say for sure if the game's going to get better or not. Even if it does get better, I still won't play it. But I can say, even if you regret your choice, it will still be your choice to regret. And if you enjoy the game eventually, then it's going to be a win, just like I did have a win when I actually gave The Division a chance. And you're going to have fun with your own game. That's all I wanted to say.